was going to marry a rich man. So anyway, I had talked to a lot of girls. I've worked in the entertainment industry for a lot of years with Circuit Feature, Billboard Girl, and all that crap too. And I designed clothes since I was really young, and started with gloves and G-strings in a little Barbie box, taking it in the clubs. On fake ID, was underage, and would sell those and make quick money, pay electric bill, whatever, like nothing. I knew how to get money. But anyway, so I used, on occasion, I talked to these girls that were just really with, bad guys. You ever hear the girl that goes, "Oh my God, he beats me," or "Oh, he put a gun in my face, or a knife in my face, or he cut me and threatened me if I'd ever leave," or I'm like, why are you with an idiot like that? I can't think of how many times I've told people, life's too short. Why are you with an idiot like that? Get away. Because when I was real young, I watched a very good friend of mine get beat on occasion by her wonderful and charming husband because he would lose it for some reason. And that's another big story. I'll tell you another time. And she'd call me in tears, and she was way older than me, and I was always there for her. And then she showed up at my door one day to give me a ride to work, and she had 2 black eyes. So just a tiny little thing. And I was like, Rhonda, it's not working. You need to get away. Sometimes the chemistry between 2 people isn't good, and then the next person might be better, and they won't act like that. Who knows? I don't know. But guys that do weird, crazy crap like that are just dangerous. Bottom line, I'll tell you, I know. I learned my lesson. So all those times I told people, you're so stupid, get away from that. And guess what happened to me? The unbelievable. I could never imagine somebody pulling a shotgun in my face, that could even be true. And it happened to me. And I'm like, I'm so stupid. I need to get away from this. This is not safe for my daughter. Because he might do it again. He might kill me. For real. And he drinks, and I don't. So, when I had kids, I quit all that party life. That was just a reality. I had a responsibility. So I wanted to be fully alert and aware of raising my kids. So anyway, here I am in this position, this drunk piece of rat, freaking rolling around, hugging on this gun, this gold-plated gun that he so loved that I don't think he ever shot the thing even. It was just a possession thing. And he put it in my face. Drunk. Threatening me. And that was just not safe. I mean, I'm sitting there visualizing, God, if this guy shot me dead and then my little girl's left behind. I mean, it just was really scary. So, I'd already been through enough. So, that termination alone just destroyed me for life. So, it was time to escape. He'd passed out. I didn't have any money. I grabbed my daughter, left out of the house, and it was nighttime. God. And I really didn't know my way around. They were too good because, there was one little street, and then when it's totally dark, you have to have headlights to get out of there. And it was so scary holding my little girl's hand, and we're trying to hoof it out of there, hoping this jerk doesn't wake up or whatever. I just told her we have to go. And she's like, what are we doing, Mommy? And I said, don't worry, it'll be okay, just come on, let's go. And so we're trying to get through the total darkness on this little tiny road through the woods. to get to the front security gate, hoping we can get out of the gate. Because that's another big trick, because you have to, have a code to go in, code to go out. He could wake up and stop the code, or we might not be able to get out. I don't remember how that goes. But anyway, so we're going through there and we're hearing noises, and we are city people. We're not country folks, okay? And so it was really scary because we can't see, and that day I don't even think they had car phones. I'm like, oh my gosh, there might be snakes. All of a sudden we hear a noise and see a dark thing go across, which I think was a bear. We were hoping it was a dog, but I believe it was a small bear. I mean, we were scared to death. Total darkness. Trying to hoof it out of there. Can't see our feet. Can't see anything in front of us but darkness. And just staying on this little road, hoping that we eventually get to the gate and we don't get detoured to somebody else's house or whatever. Finally, we get to the main gate. And it has a base like nobody's ever there, and there's a gate in and a gate out. So we're trying to figure out how to get out. And I punch a bunch of buttons or whatever and read instructions in editor, and we can't really see. I mean, we didn't even have a flashlight. That's how bad I wanted to go. Isn't that terrible? And so we finally got out of the gate. And plus, I think it was electric gate, so I don't think you could even touch it to try to climb it or anything. I have my little bitty girl. So finally we get out, and now we got to go down the highway, which is a long ways. And there's the Boondocker Queen. Boy, she hauling butt through here. Now she got a boat on top of her thing. She had a bicycle for a while. She's sure flying. But anyway, so that's way too fast to be driving through this park. So anyway, we had to walk, God, I don't know how far that was, on a highway in the night. And I said, well, I hope we get to so-and-so's store before it closes. And so, because of that, it's a long, dead highway going back to Memphis. And that was my goal, was to try to get back to go get my car. The big trick is, how are we going to do it? So, we walked forever. We finally get to that store. But the good thing is, the people that had the store lived on the property or something. We didn't know that until that night. And we went in there in tears and talking to the guy and his wife. And it was almost like he already knew this story before. And he said, look, I don't even know that guy, and he is not my best friend. I just treat him nice because he spends money here. He said, but I've always wondered about that guy. And I said, well, I just had a gun put in my face, and I am just scared to death. And he said, well, that's all the more reason. That's just not a safe situation. I said, yep. I said, I always told people, how could you be so stupid? And then it happened to me. So, he said, what's your plan? I said, well, do you know anybody who's going into Memphis tonight? Any of the tourists or whatever, because I need a ride. I need to go get my car. And he's like, well, I don't know why you just don't take the Bronco. And I said, well, because it's in his name. And, he said some other things recently and stuff, and I'm afraid he'll say that I stole it or something. So I just didn't want to, have a record or anything. So the guy says, look, here's what I'm going to do. He said, I got a friend that owns a hotel over here on the other side. He said, I'll rent you a room for a couple days, and we'll come back and check on you, and we'll bring you some food and stuff. And I'll see what I can find out. I said, okay. I said, yeah, and I'll see if I can call some people and see if somebody can pick us up. And, because I'm just done. So we stayed in a hotel a couple days. Well, I guess Thurman went down and raised hell with the guy, wanted to know where we were at and everything, and the guy calls and he says, He calls Oaktown. He says, well, Thurman, wants to know where you're at. What do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I really don't want to go back. I said, that just really scared me. And he's like, yeah. He said, I don't know. He didn't say exactly what happened or anything, but he said he was really sorry and he was looking for you guys and he was really concerned. He didn't know what happened to you. Like he was going to call the sheriff, you guys were missing or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then, I'm wondering, well, is this guy cuckoo or, he just got too drunk one time and was stupid, or how does that go? But it was something I just didn't think I could ever forgive. When somebody's putting a shotgun in your face and they're jacked up, I guess on the Prozac and liquor, which I didn't realize how bad that was back then. The guy could have shot me. And, you're only like dead once, right? So, the guy says, well, I'll leave it up to you, if you want to call him, whatever. What you ought to do is just get the money from him and just get back to Memphis and, be done. I got all my stuffs in that house out there at Beckley. He goes, well, sometimes in life. It's like, oh, God. Everything we had was at that house. Because he wanted us to have everything at that house. But maybe because all those other people that ever were in that house and all their stuff was left behind, I'm wondering if they left in a hurry.